All of this comes as we are just 1 month away from the election. Today is actually the last day to register to vote. If you haven't done so, there is still time, as IT Meets Richard Essex reports.
If you have not registered to vote, there is only one way to do it, and that is online. You have until 11:59 tonight. This time of year, particularly during a presidential election year, the phone in the Marion County Voter Registration Office rarely stops ringing.
We're just getting a lot of phone calls with people making sure that they're registered to vote.
Since voter registration opened after the primary in June, more than 18,000 people have signed up to vote here in Marion County. Gabe Caruso is one of those people that just moved back to the city.
So I know today was the deadline, and I wanted to make sure I could get my vote in time for Election Day.
Cindy Mowry, the Republican director of voter registration here in Marion County, told IT Mate that this election is not breaking any new voter registration records. The 2008 general election holds that distinction.
Actually, it's been a pretty smooth election for it to be a presidential and as controversial as it's been.
The vast majority of new registrations have been online, but some voters have filled out the registration form in person, while others have mailed it in or registered at a Bureau of Motor Vehicles branch office. Voters must be 18 before the election, a resident of Indiana, and lived in their precinct for at least 30 days. If you have not voted in the last two presidential elections, there's a good chance your registration has been canceled, and you will have to re-register in order to vote in November. Orrin Elliott grew up in Indianapolis but hasn't voted here in quite a while, and he waited until the last minute to make sure that he was registered to vote.
I just did. I procrastinated, Okay. And I knew it was important, so I had to get it down here.
In person, voter registration ended about an hour ago, as many of the government offices around the state have closed. If you just recently registered to vote or you plan on doing so later on tonight, you may not be able to vote until at least 7 days. It takes about that long for your registration to be processed. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.